Hello and welcome back to my channel, Starfish Corner. My name is Laura and I hope that everybody is doing well. The weather is getting a little cooler and change is definitely in the air. The energy is shifting. Everybody is really in a countdown to November 8th, the election, where hopefully the tide of good will wash over the tide of darkness. And like I've always said before, I'm on team light, and I think that light will erase some of the darkness. I would like to say a huge thank you, and with such humility say thank you again to the new subscribers. It was very kind. I appreciate the couple of comments that I did get on what you'd like to see. So if you would continue to like, share, and subscribe, hopefully we can share our message to other people. I appreciate the fact that someone had said my readings are on target. It's with humility that I do this, and the universe does give me the messages, and I just pass them on because my sole purpose is to make a difference every day to somebody. And that's how we can raise our vibrations. Just remember that one small act every day raises our vibrations. So for the card pull, I've got again, the Starseed Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. And I thought that since we've been talking about shifting energies and how the old is being washed away, the new is being washed in, that it would be a good time to touch to the Starseeds and empaths and the wonderful people who are here. We know that we can affect the change, and we've just got to keep maintaining our vibrations and having hope and prayers for everything to come out well. Throw that energy out into the universe, and it is reflected back. So as always, take a deep breath, exhale, and pick a card. This is card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. Card number 1, 2, or 3. Okay, if you've got your numbers, card number 1 is Empathic Starseed, Energetic Sovereignty, Absorbing What's Not Yours. And as always, I'm reading from the books to give you the best explanation. This is actually a very nice book. So here's the card. And let me move my fingers. I try to do that. Empathic starseeds are here to shift the world through their physical presence alone. They don't need to do anything beyond being here. Thanks to the energetic change their physical presence causes. Due to their highly sensitive nature, empathic starseeds can struggle with being on Earth and in a physical body. Many are prone to addiction and depression, or tend to mistake other people's feelings and moods for their own. Natural introverts, they tend to prefer spending time alone or in small groups. Crowds can be overwhelming for them. If this card is drawn, consider lightening the load energetically. Don't put yourself under such pressure to go out into the world. Be gentle with yourself. Allow extra time and care to recover energetically. If you're feeling pressured to keep up a certain pace, instead, put on the brakes and treat yourself like a precious baby. Do whatever you can do to take the pressures of the world off of your plate. Switch off to switch back on. In today's world, it's normal to feel that we should be doing more, but perhaps being present in our life is enough. This could be a phase you're going through, or simply how you're being called to live your life. If your work involves giving to others, right now you're being called to keep something for yourself. You don't need to transmute it all. It's okay to look after your own growth and healing before the feeling you should offer it to the world. Indeed, it's necessary if you want to continue to do it sustainably. And the question is, how can you take better care of yourself energetically? Okay, and this card is rather pertinent because I, as a social worker, when I first started, I wanted to save everybody and help everything. And I took everybody's opinions and wanting to help and wanting to do, But I learned very early on that being an empath and being able to sense people's feelings, I had to learn to observe and not absorb. I also had to learn that in order for me to care for somebody else, I need to care for myself first. Caring for somebody with a whole heart is a lot easier than caring for someone with half of your heart. You can become ineffective. And this is, once again, if you're out in the world, learn to observe, not absorb. Use your crystals, your stones, whatever you need to do. Put a shield around yourself. But you can do this, but remember to take time for yourself. And card number 2 is We the Hathors. Deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. Birth is a portal that ushers in new life. The Hathors are here to remind you that you're a child of the Cosmic Mother, and you're being called to be held by her deep, never-ending love and embrace. This is a tender, nourishing card, reminding you to receive the deep, deep love of Mother's embrace. The Hathors know that the journey on Earth can be rocky and lonely at times, but you're being reminded to rest more deeply in the Mother's arms. This is a card of extreme potency, of femininity, of creation, and of birth. You're being called to mother yourself and others too, to surrender to your sacred femininity, to create and surrender to your own creations, to hold and be held. You're being called to remember your place in the web of life and to realize that the Cosmic Mother is watching you every step of the way. You may be going through a transition right now, moving from one way of being to another. If so, you're being reminded that you're cradled in a sacred container, that you're more held than you can possibly imagine, and you have access to more love than your heart can bear. If you're struggling in any way, you're being reassured that things will work out. Open yourself to receiving the overflowing love of the Cosmic Mother, flooding toward you from every direction. Let it stretch your heart. And think to yourself, I allow the deep love of the Cosmic Mother to wash over me. You are loved and you're held. And once again, this card is addressing, I believe, the changes that we're going through. And some of you who specifically have put it in your soul contract or your life contract, that it's time. But know that you're not alone. The universe hears your heart. The universe is here to protect you. You are being protected. And just being you could sometimes be enough. Just knowing that your light is shining in the world can be all that the earth needs right now. But know that you're protected. Make sure to take care of yourself before you can take care of others. And the third card is actually very fitting for the times we're coming into. A new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. Don't give up now. You're closer than you think. I know it's hard to hold the frequency of a new age when it feels as if so much is crumbling and so many are losing faith. This is your sign that you're facing the right direction. You have a great gift in being able to see the potential of things before they exist. Tend to see the new seeds. Dream the seeds into existence. Don't lose faith now. Keep your focus fixed. Planting new seeds and bringing about a shift of the ages is no mean feat. It requires extreme trust and a radical vision. We've pulled this card as a reminder to have faith. You choose to be here, to be part of this global shift, whether you're bringing it about through prayer and meditation or through working on a new project, job, or creation. Keep going. It's happening. Don't give up now. The world needs more dreamers like you, more people with hope in their hearts. The road ahead may not be plain sailing. Ushering in a new age in times of never is ever easy. You're being encouraged to remember that what you've been working toward for so long is almost here. Don't question yourself now. Don't waver. Dig your devotion deep. For if you do, In the not too distant future, you'll be able to sit back and watch all that you've so carefully planted and nurtured grow and bloom. It's possible. Keep focusing on your dreams. You're closer than you think. And we ask, how can you keep holding the vision? And this card actually, I believe, does pertain to the upcoming election and what's going on now, because the energy is seriously down to good versus bad. And this is telling us that what we've known about going into fourth density and a much more people-focused life, and people are given priority over power, and it's a struggle. And what you can do to actually ferment this and keep as a gentle reminder, you can take a small piece of paper and write on it, keep positive, faith, the future is bright. And then what you can do is just get yourself an inexpensive packet of seeds and plant them in a small pot and tend to that pot. Sometimes symbolically, that's what we know, or take a special stone or whatever the universe kind of compels you to do as a visual to keep remaining. Pick some herbs, because they're always lovely to have anyway. Herbs are usually easy growers, even if you don't think that you can tend to them. Life will find a way. So just get yourself a small flower pot, some dirt, and a packet of seeds, and plant your intentions in there for good, and that everything is going to be okay. And giving yourself that physical representation and that visual of what you're doing when you see the sprouts, start to see the seed sprout and grow into a plant, can let you know that it is happening, it is changing. And that's just a really easy way for those who follow an alternate path. Halloween or Samhain is a symbolic new year. I have taken the opportunity for a full moon to grow some bulbs that usually grow inside the house or given around the holidays. And I did plant them close to the full moon, new moon part. And I have watched them, I'm tending to them, and I put my intentions and what I hope to see for the new year start to bloom. And as I mentioned in my last video, I'm going to record another video after this one on the elementals. Those are the deities or creatures or representations of the four elements. So that video will be after this. And as always, I hope that this reading helped. I hope that you received the message that you needed to hear. Once again, if you would be so kind as to like, share, subscribe, and ring the bell, it would be very much appreciated. And I am so humbled by the sharing and the comments. I cannot thank you enough. And if you'd like to see something different, like I always say, if you have a question and you'd like me to do your own personal poll, please send me an email at starfishmsw@gmail.com, and I will always leave that in the description. And until we see, until the next time, I really humbly wish you the brightest blessings for everything wonderful. Please stay focused and please stay safe. Thank you so much for viewing.